Welcome students. So in today's class we shall be studying about the properties of phenol. So we all know that phenol is an aromatic alcohol. So in this video I shall be highlighting only the reactions of the properties of phenol. So let us start with the first one. This is the reaction of phenol with that of the metals. So how does the phenol react? So here you can see the structure of phenol is present, this one. Now this is the structure of phenol. C6H5OH is its chemical formula. So on reaction with sodium, it is forming the phenoxide, that is known as the sodium phenoxide. So this is the sodium phenoxide. This reaction also takes place in dilute sodium hydroxide, and it also proves the acidic nature of phenol. Now the second property is the esterification reaction. Whenever the phenol reacts with any carboxylic acid, a corresponding ester is formed and the reaction is as such we have seen COOR group. So here you can see an ester is formed with a water molecule. The third property is the acetylation. Now in this property the first reaction is known as the Kolb reaction, in which the phenol is forming the salicylic acid. So let us first complete the Kolb reaction. So the phenol in presence of carbon dioxide and sodium hydroxide, it will be forming the sodium salicylate. So students, this is the sodium salicylate, and on acidification in presence of, we can say, the sulfuric acid, this leads to formation of salicylic acid. Now this is the salicylic acid being formed. Now in the acetylation, this salicylic acid react with acetic anhydride to form acetyl salicylic acid with a molecule of acetic acid also, and this acetyl salicylic acid is also known as aspirin. So the acetylation of phenol leads to ultimately formation of aspirin, also known as 2-acetoxybenzoic acid. This is acetyl salicylic acid plus a molecule of acetic acid is also released. So the first, this reaction is known as Kolb reaction. So this can also come in your examination as a separate question that define the Kolb reaction. The fourth property is known as the nitration. Now in nitration, it leads to formation of ortho and para-nitrophenol in presence of dilute nitric acid. So in presence of dilute nitric acid, there will be addition of a nitro group either at the ortho position, such as here. So this is known as orthonitrophenol, or it will lead to formation of para-nitrophenol also. So we all know the positions of ortho, meta and para. So this is the para position and it is known as para-nitrophenol. Whereas in presence of concentrated nitric acid, this leads to formation of picric acid. So the addition will be on the 2, 4 and 6 position. The addition of nitro group will be at 2nd, 4th and 6th position, sorry 5th position. This is known as picric acid. Second, third and 6th. So this is 2, 4, 6 2,4,6 trinitrophenol, also known as picric acid. Next one is the halogenation reaction. So, similar to that of the nitration, in the halogenation the bromine is added in low polarity solvents such as carbon disulfide CS2 or the chloroform, and this reaction takes place at a very low temperature of 273 Kelvin. So, the addition will be at the ortho or para position. So, it is orthobromophenol and the parabromophenol. Whereas, in presence of bromine water, this leads to formation of 2,4,6 tribromophenol. Just like the picric acid, the addition of bromine also occurs at the second, fourth and sixth position, second, fourth and sixth position, and it is known as 2,4,6 tribromophenol. You can see here the 2,4,6 trinitrophenol and this is 2,4,6 tribromophenol. Next property is the Reimer-Tiemann reaction. So, this reaction takes place in presence of chloroform and an alkali, the aqueous NaOH solution. So, this leads to formation of an aldehyde, corresponding aldehyde, but before that a benzyl chloride intermediate is formed. So, just see the reaction. Now, this is the benzyl chloride intermediate, and upon hydrolysis this leads to formation of the corresponding aldehyde known as salicylaldehyde. So, students remember that the final product will be an aldehyde. So, this is salicylaldehyde, salicylaldehyde. Next is the reaction with the zinc dust. So, on acting with the zinc dust, it leads to formation of benzene with removal of zinc oxide ZnO. So, this is the benzene that is formed. So, the OH group at the first position is removed. And lastly is the oxidation. So, in the oxidation, in presence of chromic acid, and the concentrated sulfuric acid, the oxidation of phenol occurs, which leads to formation of corresponding quinone known as benzoquinone. So, this is the benzoquinone. So, whenever the phenol reacts with air, the oxygen present in the air causes its oxidation, leading to formation of the dark colored compound known as quinones or benzoquinone. So, I hope students now you are clear with all the properties. We have covered the reaction with the metals that leads to formation of phenoxides. Then the esterification reaction, the corresponding esters are formed. In the acetylation, the end product is acetyl salicylic acid that is formed. The first reaction is the Kolb reaction, that is the formation of the salicylic acid. And the acetylation occurs when the salicylic acid is reacted with acetic anhydride to form acetyl salicylic acid. Next property is the nitration. In this, the phenol is forming the ortho and paranitrophenol, and in presence of concentrated nitric acid, it leads to formation of picric acid. Then comes the halogenation, similar to that of the nitration. The Reimer-Tiemann reaction is the formation of corresponding aldehyde known as salicylaldehyde. Then the reaction with the zinc dust, and finally the oxidation of phenol that leads to formation of the corresponding quinones. So, I hope students now you are all clear with the various chemical properties of phenol, and you can easily attempt this question. Thank you.